Hello everyone and welcome to Re-Engineer You, the #1 show for massive weight loss. I am your host, Cameron Makarchuk, Master Transformation Coach, and welcome to the episode. Today I want to talk just really briefly about something that's a really big problem for a lot of people when they have a lot of weight to lose, and it's a focus point that most people have, and it really shouldn't be the focus point. It's something that I've talked about a lot before, but we were just talking about this in one of the focus groups for my Rock Your Genes Transformation Challenge, where I'm helping at my studio. We're helping a little bit more than a dozen men and women drop 1 to 2 pound sizes over the course of the 8 weeks, which incidentally is going much better than anticipated. And a lot of people have to now bring in, we're about halfway through the transformation challenge, and a lot of people actually have to bring in smaller jeans for the second half of the challenge, because they're already into their jeans. They're already, doing them up, and they're a little bit baggy around the waist, and it's just awesome. So they actually have to bring in some smaller jeans now to focus on for the next 4 weeks. So that's awesome. And which brings me to my point. The whole basis of this challenge is to get people focusing on the way their clothes are fitting, focusing on dropping sizes instead of dropping weight. So part of this challenge is one of the rules and the regulations is that you cannot weigh yourself for the entire 8 weeks that we're in the challenge. So it's illegal. If you weigh yourself, you're disqualified, done. So the only way that we know what's happening and we're gauging progress is just based on these jeans. So at the beginning of the challenge, they bring in a pair of jeans and we put them on. They can't do them up. They're a couple inches apart at the waist. And over the course of the 8 weeks, we get into those jeans. And not once are we looking at the scale. And it's like something magical happens over those 8 weeks, because nobody's focusing on the scale. Nobody's worried about how much weight they're losing. It's all focused on inches. It's all focused on pant size and jean size and how your clothes are fitting. And that's what you guys should be focusing on when you're trying to lose weight. And I know it seems, counterproductive to focus on something else other than weight when you're trying to lose weight, but I promise you, if you focus on something like how your clothes are fitting and what size of jeans you're wearing instead of the number on a scale, you'll have much better results because of it and much better progress because of it. So just make that little mindset shift and get away from looking at the number on the scale, get away from weighing yourself every day. It'll drive you insane doing that all the time. So focus more on size, focus more on inches, focus more on how you're performing in the gym, how you're performing in your training sessions, if you're getting stronger. Focus on your eating, focus on making those little changes in your diet, like what I talked about last week on episode 13. Focus on those things instead of always focusing on that number on the scale. And a picture that I pulled up a picture to show the focus group last weekend, and it has, I think, 4 or 5 different women, and they all have different body types, different shapes of body. They look completely different, and they all weigh 150 pounds, all 4 of them. And I'll put that picture up here too. I'll maybe splice it in here somewhere, or I'll put it below the video at reengineeryou.com. And you can see that because it's a very good visual to have, that you can see that weight can look a lot of different ways and be the same weight. So get away from focusing on the weight, focus on inches coming down and everything else we just talked about, inches, food you're eating, your performance in the gym, all of that stuff is way more important than the number on the scale. And if you just focus on those things, I promise you, the number on the scale will come down eventually. It's just a little bit of a process, all right? So focus on that for this week. Look at what size pants you're wearing and use that as a progress point instead of the scale. So as always, if you guys enjoyed this video and you like what you're getting out of it, please click one of the share buttons below, the like, tweet, +1 pin buttons down below the video, and get this out to the world. Spread this with your friends and family. If you think someone would benefit from this, then please share this video with them and get them over at reengineeryou.com to watch the videos. And if you'd like my free report on 3 secrets for massive weight loss, please go to reengineeryou.com and you can get that for free right away today. So that's it for today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time.
Also, in my own life, that
Cooker here that we're going to cook with. And this is what you
personal training in New York, right? You got a website for that.
Yes.
Essentially,
No, I'm in the Upper East Side. So a lot of people do one-on-one training. There are groups that I
and I've made a
really
couple
started
of
training
changes to the website.
doing one-on-one training. And I know a lot of people are saying great groups. My clientele really like the one.
Yeah, I know that's kind of a big kind of trendy thing right now. Going to small groups and 2 people at a time or 3 people at a time or more. Like I know I think we may talk about this a little bit too, but like at my studio, that's what we do. We have some small group training, like the 2 or 3 people, customized clothes, and then we also do some bigger stuff also. But it works well for some people and works in some areas and doesn't work so well in other areas. I think if you can make the one-on-one stuff work, that's awesome.